1st drop. Sunday Night Football, first Sunday night of the season, is set. An NFC East showdown. Cowboys visiting the Giants. It's the 8th time in the last 15 years these teams play each other in Week 1. I've got Dan Graziano and Damien Woody on the program this morning. We'll dive into some other issues, but we just saw this for a Week 1 matchup. So, D. Wood, I'm telling you right now, one of these two teams is going to be dramatically improved this year. Which one is it? Is it the Giants or the Cowboys who will make a statement Week 1 and show everyone they are the dramatically improved team in the NFC East?
Well, if we're going off of that statement, it would be the Giants because they got the highest ceiling to really do that. And when you look at John Harbaugh, what is he? He's a tough, no-nonsense coach. He's going to want to bring a physical mentality to the team. And how do you protect Jackson Dart, a guy who's immensely talented but had a lot of injuries? You're going to want to run the football. That's exactly what the New York Football Giants are going to want to do. They're going to establish a ground game, and it's going to be interesting going against the Dallas Cowboys with all the additions that they made on the defensive side. Let's see if they can stop the run Week 1 against the New York Football Giants.
Danny, it's an intriguing Week 1 Sunday night opener.
It is, and this is not my shocked face. To hear the news that the Giants and the Cowboys are going to be on NBC to open the season. NBC loves that game historically, and for good reason. I think it's exciting. I think the Cowboys are probably in better position to make a statement Week 1 because I just don't know at this point, and I don't think the Giants do either, whether Malik Neighbors will be back and at full strength for that game. Cam Scatterboot, to D. Wood's point about running the ball, he's coming off of a major injury. And, of course, you have the new coach there. And a program that I think we all have high hopes for, but may need some time to get up to speed. So, again, no way to know between now and then, like who else gets hurt. But right now, the way it looks, the Cowboys, I think, would be set up to be the team that we'd be sitting there on Monday morning going, ooh, might they have something here?
Yeah, so the John Harbaugh Giants will be under the microscope right away in Week 1. Meanwhile, let me run the hurry up here with you, Dan Graziano, because we have some interesting stories and their quarterback questions, and it starts with your favorite topic, the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. What happened this weekend?
Well, nothing, it doesn't seem like. Like on Friday, one of the radio stations there locally reported that Aaron Rodgers would be in Pittsburgh to meet with the Steelers this weekend. Ian Rappaport from NFL Network had a confirmation of that report on Friday. What we have been told as of last night is that no meeting has yet taken place. Greeny, I haven't been given any indication that this ends any other way than with Rodgers back with the Steelers, but it's Rodgers, and, he likes to keep us guessing.
Let's double-click on that one just for a minute there, if I can. Dan, what is going on? We heard from the owner right after the season. We expect it to be faster this time. We expect to know sooner this time. And what is this, May 11th today? And
Yes.
We don't know? I mean, what?
Well, I think, the owner of the team should have learned from last year that Aaron's going to do things on his own timetable. That's not a criticism. I mean, he's been upfront about it. He doesn't have to play. He could retire. He has been, he's been in contact with them, and they know where he stands. And the question is when it gets done. Last year, it got done right before the June minicamp. That still could happen. In the meantime, the young players, the young quarterbacks, Drew Aller and Will Howard, are getting the reps in these offseason workouts that they need, and that's not necessarily a bad thing no matter how this turns out.
D. Wood, what's the best way for this thing to turn out for the Steelers?
That one of these young quarterbacks gets significant playing time this season. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they need to be looking towards the future, not to the past to a 42-year-old quarterback. We know Aaron Rodgers, first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's not going to do anything for the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. Hopefully one of these young guys gets significant playing time this season.
All right, then I want to run through two significant quarterback injury notes with you, Dan, and they both come from the AFC West. Let's start with Bo Nix. He had another ankle surgery. What can you tell us? What do we know?
My understanding is Bo Nix should still be on track for training camp. He might be limited or very limited throughout OTAs and minicamp, but the expectation is that he should be okay for training camp and certainly for the start of the regular season, coming off of that significant ankle injury he suffered in the AFC playoffs. It was a game before the AFC Championship. And then in Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes coming off of ACL surgery. His GM, Brett Veach, has said he's way ahead of schedule. Mahomes has spoken about Week 1 as a target. I don't think that's out of the question, but, these things are complicated, and I think the Chiefs training and medical staff has earned the benefit of the doubt here, and if they need to back him off, they will. But week one, I think, is something that they're all kind of keeping in the back of their minds as a target.
Now, I want to put this in the front of your mind. Despite missing the playoffs last year and having the question marks around Mahomes, the Chiefs are the favorites to win the division at DraftKings. And even though they won the division last year and were the AFC's #1 seed and could very likely have been in the Super Bowl if they hadn't had that quarterback injury, the Broncos are actually the third favored team at DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, D. Wood, and let me make it clear, you're not making a bet. D. Wood is not betting on any of these things. But if you had to bet on one of these teams to win the division, which one would you pick?
Yeah, I'm going with the Denver Broncos. Listen, continuity is a big deal for any organization, and you see a lot of that with the Denver Broncos. I know we talked about Bo Nix with the injury, but he should be back, relatively healthy for week one. And then the addition of Jalen Waddle to this receiving core, I think that's a huge addition. He brings something to that receiving core that they just don't have. He got the explosive element as far as taking the top off the defense, and so you combine that with the elite defense that they have, the rushing attack that the Denver Broncos have. I got them winning it.
D-Wood, who's the dog have? We heard the dog trying to answer me as soon as I asked the question.
Dog's making a lot of good points.
Who does the dog have?
Yeah, the dog is riding with me because he knows where his bread is buttered at. He might be waiting on the bread right now from me.
Dan, how about you real quick?
D. Wood's dog is out there saying that the Broncos' record in one-score games last year was probably unsustainable, much like it was the year before when it was the other way around. So maybe they come back to earth a little bit, but it's a good setup there. Sean Payton has built it out the way he wants. They believe in the quarterback. I think he'll be back healthy. They're still a factor, as are the Chargers. I just don't think anybody's super comfortable betting the Chargers to win the division because of all the history there.
We'll get a little more insight from D. Wood's dog as the show.
And David Njoku signing a one-year deal up to $8 million with the Chargers. Njoku spent his first 9 seasons in Cleveland, was named to the Pro Bowl in 2023 when he had 81 catches. He now goes to LA to...
Wait, hold the applause. Breaking news. The first NFL schedule has dropped.
Oh,
We've got Cowboys, Giants on the first Sunday night of the NFL season. That seems to be the traditional opener. They play the first Sunday, it seems, of every season. But remember, the full schedules come out on Thursday. They're going to come trickling out as the week goes by. We got the Cowboys and Giants on that first Sunday. Now let me hear you. Hey! It is Get Up. We are presented by Crest 3D White. Monica is looking resplendent in this brooch.
Thank you.
Everybody loves it.
You've been popping the last couple of days. I've been seeing you.
Jay Will is fired up. Han is fired up with the Knicks. The wingman is in Chicago.